Hello everyone, Motivational Monday is here again. So from myself to you, thank you so much for subscribing, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do all that I can in the next 2 to 3 minutes to leave one thing with you, which will hopefully bring you a better day for a wonderful week. Just one thing. So those of you that have heard me talk before and spent time with me and kind of signed up to any of the programs that I do or follow me on social media, you'll know I often say, give to give. Give to give, not give to receive. Two different things. So giving to give rather than giving to receive. The reason I'm talking about that right now is because the way the world is right now in a global pandemic, it's easy to revert to default. It's easy to revert to type. So if we've lived a certain way for so long that I will do that for you if you do that for me, it's easy when things are tough and challenges are in front of us to go back to default. What I'd encourage every single one of you listening to this is just reflect on your performance over the last few weeks. Have I been given enough to the world to then receive back deservedly? Because I really believe my philosophy is if I give to give, and I give everything that I've got wherever I go, at some point things will start to come good for me too. And if they don't, at least I'm enjoying my life in the process. And I'm very fortunate that philosophy has worked for me for many, many years. It's who I am, it's what I stand for. Too often though, people give to get back. Too often people say, well, I'll do that for you if you do that for me. Now that's not giving to give, that's a negotiation, that's a transaction. It takes away the emotional element. What I'd suggest all of you start to look at real quick and now is, can I give to people that may need it more than myself? Can I just give to my colleague at work? Can I support my friend? Can I support a family member? I don't want anything back. And I know lots of you will be doing this. I'm potentially talking more in the business world, in the corporate world, where giving to give often stops when challenges start to arrive. So something I would say to everybody listening is, what's one thing you can do today as a human being to give something to somebody else? It might be a smile, to put a smile on somebody's face. You might give a kind word. You might make a donation to a charity. You might give your time. Giving your time is the greatest gift you could ever give to anybody. So maybe today reach out, make one phone call, send one email, do one thing for somebody else without asking for anything in return. You will blow that person's mind. I remember 4 or 5 years ago, somebody reaching out to me who worked within an organisation said, Luke, would you be free next week for a coffee and a catch up? I'm like, yeah, definitely. So I went to meet a guy called Matthew Clark, works at Ping Europe. And I go to meet him and I sit with him in Costa Coffee. And as we sat there, I'm thinking constantly, and I shared this with him after, I'm sat there thinking, what does he want? Like, what's he going to ask me for? Because there's no way he just wants to meet for a chat. What is he wanting? What is he looking for? What is he going to ask? And the meeting finished, the conversation finished. And look at me saying it was a meeting, it was a conversation, you know, we sat having a coffee. And after he went, and I dropped him a WhatsApp and I said, Matt, did you run out of time? You know, you didn't seem to get to kind of asking me what you wanted from me. Or so he went, I didn't want anything, Luke. He said, I just thought I'd see how you were. And it's great to catch up. I value your friendship. And I was blown away by that because I'd slipped into only doing things that was specifically for an outcome. I'm going to meet somebody because there's an outcome in mind. Now, of course, many meetings have to run like that, okay? Especially in the business world where you are going to do contracts and do deals with different people. I'm talking about here that not living your life just like I did at certain elements, that I only meet people because they've asked to meet me and I know they want something, or I'm meeting somebody else because I'm going to ask something of them specific. How about we just meet people? How about we just say, how are you? How about reaching out to people, just see how people are doing, and you watch the shock. You'll hear it, they'll go, what do you want? So if I ring my dad, he'll often go, all right, son, all right, dad, how are you? He goes, yeah, I'm good. He goes, what do you want, son? I'm like, no, I don't want anything, dad. I'm just ringing to see how you are, because he's become so conditioned that me as his son for many years through my younger days, that I'd ring him and he'd be like, right, dad, okay, can you sort that out for me, please? So people become conditioned that you only call them or message them when you want something. Shock somebody today with your kindness by just reaching out for no other reason, just to see how they are and how they're doing. Watch the happiness that brings that individual and watch what that brings back to you today. So give to give, not give to receive. Keep giving to the world, giving everything you've got with a big smile. Even when you don't feel like it, put a smile on people's faces. It will be mirrored back to you. Thank you so much for listening. I've done this in under 5 minutes. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please send back any feedback that you have for me. I want to get better to give you more. Take care, have a great day, and have a wonderful week. All my love, Luke.